Welcome back to my channel, guys. Welcome back to Diablo 4. I'm here with my barbarian. I'm currently pit 40 and I'm pushing myself today to keep going down on the pit. I feel like I'm doing actually quite okay, but we're not here for that. We're here because we want to know my barbarian build. The barbarian, bro, the barbarian is it. For real. Now, let's just talk about the gear. I'm gonna do it different. I'm gonna put the showing gameplay after I show the build. Let's show the build straight up. Therefore, if you want to leave the video early, you can. You can. No waste of time. So let's get into it. First of all, level 100 barbarian skill tree. We are a bash barbarian, and that's all we do. You can literally do a lot of the 99% of the content of the game just leaving bash pressed down and everything will just die. Then after that we have nothing. Nothing. This it started out as a build and then I made it my own and it works for me. So I love it. Over here we have imposing presence, martial vigor, 3 and 3. Points right here are from some gear. So if you see the blue, it means a gear is giving me. So I have a piece of gear that's giving me 2 points for all of these, all the defensive skills. But technically, I only got 1 point here, then 1 point here. I got one in outburst, one in toughest nails. Iron skin, I got one, and then I take it to tactical iron skin. I'm not gonna elaborate why I'm doing these things. You'll see in gameplay. It's just good. Rallying cry, and then I take it to strategic rallying cry. And everything I did here has a reason. War cry, and then I took it for power war cry. Looming voice. I won't explain because it'll be so long of a video. No mercy 3. Pit fighter 3. Slaying strike 3. Then we have Steel Grasp, Enhanced Steel Grasp, Fighter Steel Grasp, and I took it to the Berserk. And usually people use it over here. I'm using the Berserk version of it. Thick Skin 3, Defensive Stance 3, Counter Offensive 3. Then we go down, and as you can see, the only other skill besides Bash is this. The rest are just shouts. These are all shouts. These are all just basically this is an attack, the main attack, and the rest are just buffs. And this is technically a buff slash attack. Then over here I have Wallop 3, Brute Force 3, Concussion 3. And we finish it off with Unconstrained. The Paragon board is essential. I reworked the Paragon board so many times to get it just right. I did it, I erased it and did it again. I erased it and did it again. I erased it at least 3 or 4 times. So as you can see, I went full defensive because we have plenty of attack in so many places. So we didn't take the attacks here. The first glyph I took, what's the name of this glyph? Dominate. Dominate increases our overpower damage, and we have a total right there in the top that it says 111.2 overpower damage with this glyph alone, and I haven't even maxed it out to the max, and I'm working on that. So it's gonna be even stronger. Then we kept going, and the first tree we took over here, the next board is Carnage. While berserking, critical strikes increase attack speed. My whole build is based on berserking and attack speed. with bash. So, and my power all comes from overpowering. My overpowering is like the creme of the build. Everything else, I try to get as much damage reduction as possible and increase my. It just works, guys. It just works. Over here, the next one we have Undaunted, which increases the damage I deal while fortified, and I'm constantly fortified, and it gives me damage reduction while fortified. So this is very essential for this build. It just is what makes me survive. I got 51.8 damage while fortified. So I could survive by being fortified, and I do a massive amount of damage. Next board, I went straight up for Blood Rage, which is more berserking. And then Essential Berserking Duration. So Berserking Duration, it's so crucial because the longer the duration, the longer everything just works. More damage reduction with Grit. And then over here, I have Exploit. Exploit, when an enemy is damaged by you, which is me, they become vulnerable for 3 seconds. And it's just amazing. It makes everything vulnerable. Boom, 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 boom. You can see everything turn vulnerable as it goes. It's epic. It's amazing. 40% damage increase to vulnerable. So vulnerable, overpower, and damage while fortified. Amazing. Then we went straight up to the next Paragon board, which is Bone Breaker. And in Bone Breaker, we guarantee overpower every 12 seconds. And that just makes the damage so good. That's what makes the damage. Guaranteed overpower. Damage reduction while fortified, more fortified bonuses. What else? What else do we have? We have tenacity, life and armor, but life, mainly life. As you can see, a lot of life. And I make sure to have all the points I needed. Like, for example, willpower, I had to have at least 440. I make sure I had that 440 so it could be active. The only one I think I don't have active is this, because I'm missing just that little bit of dexterity. But that's the only skill that I don't have active. That bonus one, the one on the top, I do. Over here, we took territorial, which is close enemy damage and damage reduction from close enemies. So those are the factors that make my build. Close damage, vulnerable damage, fortified damage, and of course the overpower, which is the main source. Over here we have inner strength. Then I went to two-handed. You know what? I'm really debating. The thing about this is that it has overpowered damage right here. And that's why I came this way. But I could rework some points. Obviously, I could rework all this points right here and relocate them to something better. Probably more dexterity. And you know what? That's probably what I'm gonna do. But for now, it works just fine. You'll see in the footage. And then at the very end, I came in this tree right here just to grab Decimator. Each time you make an enemy vulnerable, your damage is increased even more for 5 seconds. Overpowering a vulnerable enemy grants additional 20. So, dude, I'm telling you, this build is OP, man. This build right here, this build OP. Let's talk about the gear. Let's talk about the gear. Gear is essential as well, and I'm working on my gear. I'm trying. I'm working on my gear. That's why I'm doing pit. I want to upgrade my gear, and I would have a lot more resources if I didn't spend so much resources in my necro. But I do love my necromancer, so it is what it is. It's time. We're gonna work hard. Uh, two-handed mace. That's our main weapon. That's the one we use. Two-handed mace with a bunch of attack speed. Everything that has attack speed, I go for it. The you need the tempering on all your weapons that says bash, cleaves, and try to get as much damage in that as possible. And you could straight up copy, and you see I have all the gems for overpower damage, even more. So on top of that, bash cleaves, close enemies, and legendary aspect we have is Moonrise. Then over here we have two clubs for overpower damage as well. One has Bloodsucker and the other one has Burning Rage. Over here I'm using a cleaver. I was using a pole arm, but I change in between both of them, trying to see which one's better really. Right now I'm using the cleaver, overpower damage, bash cleaves, legendary aspect, rip it. In the rings, I try to get all the attack speed I can and the bonuses with it that actually help me out. The only thing I messed up in this ring actually was the tempering that says Rapture cooldown. I don't even use Rapture, but the tempering system is what it is. Could be better. I have diamonds and everything for resistances. What else? Attack speed in the second ring. So the over here I got Inner Calm. Inner Calm is a legendary aspect that triples my damage if I stand still for 3 seconds. It's amazing, but I hardly ever stand still. I gotta remember to do it, and damage goes up. This one, it's this one actually. I swapped my, I swapped out my ring, and I forgot to imprint my legendary aspect. So actually, it should be. Dang, I forgot about that. Still amazing. So over here we have iron skin in the necklace. Unstoppable when we have iron skin. Then on top of that we have more attack speed. The helmet we have hulking for some reason. Dude, as you can see, I am even missing some legendary aspects because I took this helmet from my necromancer. So I'll tell you what goes there for real in a minute. In the chest, we have Undying, essential. In the arm, attack speed, and we have Death Wish. In my pants, I have Might. And the good thing about these pants, it has Bash +2. Over here in my boots, I went for movement speed because my god, it affects me when I'm slow. And these are the best boots I found for movement speed, and I'm sticking to it. So let's run to the chest and tell you what we really need. What we really need for the rest of our gear. Alright, so here you go, guys. In the helmet, we need Iron Blood. Yeah, Iron Blood in the helmet, and that fixes and will make us better because that's what it was supposed to be. And then, what am I doing? In the ring, we're actually supposed to have Rip It. Where the hell is Rip It? I forgot. There we go. Wait. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, not rip it. Ripping. Ripping aspect. That was my old rank. The ripping aspect. Oh, here we go. Whenever you deal direct damage and the bleeding damage, my build, I just take damage and I do immense damage because of the thorns. So this is essential. And that completes all our gear. Now, and the crazy thing about this is I recorded all that footage with 2 pieces of my gear wrong. So I'm even stronger than that. I'm even stronger than that. And I could do better by relocating my paragon tree and upgrading my glyphs to the end. Ooh, barbarian is just it, guys. Let's get into that gameplay. So I'm finally at the end game with the barbarian, and all I really have left to do is the pit. And the reason I have to do the pit is because my barbarian has so much potential, but I have to upgrade this damn gear, yo. And I need all these materials. So I made it as far as 37 so far. I could still go way further. It's just I've been lazy. Been so lazy lately. But let's push a little bit more.
I must wait. I'm not ready yet.
We hid among the corpses. The rotten ones that even the tyrant and his monsters deemed unworthy of eating. The herbs Kulum gave us helped. Dulled my mind. Put my stomach at ease. Mercifully, I can't remember much. Only a thumping noise as the cannibals pulled the cart through the streets. And the trickle of water. And they dumped us into the old canals. It reeks of death down here. But it seems safe. A paradise compared to the streets. might be a way out.
Not ready yet. I must wait. Not ready yet. Not ready yet. Ready yet.
So there you go, guys. That is my barbarian build. I hope it works out for you. You enjoy playing barbarian as much as I've enjoyed playing barbarian. Definitely gonna keep pushing. We got plenty of time before the season ends. And I'm actually gonna mess this barbarian because I don't play eternal round. And you know they're gonna break it. You know they're gonna break it because that's a strategy. They actually nerf some characters and boost others on purpose so the gameplay stays fresh. So you know Barbarian is gonna be broken next season. You know it. And necromancer is just not gonna be the same because that's how they. It's a strategy. That's how they do it to keep things leveled and keep people playing different classes and all of this. And as much as they pretend, let me not get into it. Let me not get into this. You made it this far. You're awesome. Thank you guys. Leave a like, subscribe because I will be doing more Diablo 4 for as long as I like this game, guys. I like it. But yeah, I appreciate each and every one of you, and I'll see you in the next video in Diablo 4.